Here we go, which is welcome to Semi Carpentry. We're changing the air filter box in the Toyota Hiace diesel 2007 1 kg FTV engine. It's a commuter. The box is this shape. That's the shape. So I just received it, and you can imagine that same thing. Yeah, okay. So what we're gonna do, take off some bolts, the broken one, one here. Total we got three bolts. Try to manually do it. Yeah, you can use power tool. It's only 3 bolts here for assembly itself. Keep them separate. And there's one here. Careful around the pipe. Sorry, I was rushing. Here we go. One more here, just to give attachment to the upper part. Make sure you don't throw these bolts nuts around. That piece will fall, so I take it off. Yeah, see that? They're all the same size. The tricky part is the one here at the back, which is connected to the hose. And also the sensor is something you need to pay attention. Okay. There is a plate right above the box, which is very easier to put on, but I'll see if I could use this as a reference. But I'll work it out what size the bolt is there. It looks like 12 number. Yeah, I think it is 12 number. I'll make a couple. I'm gonna take this off, and then I'll see you later. Okay, so the best way taking this unit off from here is you come around here. Show you is there. You see that attachment right there? So there is a screw, and that's accessible. You can put drill attachment like this and then open like that. Okay, and because it could be tight depending on weather, so you may have to pour a hot water or something just to make things a bit more smoother. Yeah, so, and again, when putting it on back, put a hot water, clean it actually anyway. Hot water or really boiling water will do actually, because you need to have this to slide back in there. Okay, don't make it messy, don't put it wrong side. So that's pretty much it. And of course, don't forget the sensor. You gotta check the sensor off to put it on. And yeah, pretty much it. I'll get back to you soon. Hey, welcome. So what I had an issue. I ordered this part, the air filter box, didn't the actual everything else is matching except one little thing, which wasn't little in a way. My the sensor, that hole was small in the one I had here originally. I will explain you what I did here. So when I had issues, this required 31mm round hole, and the one I had it here was 26mm small. So have a look. So it's the outer the outside should actually go inside. The rubber over there should be going in. Well, anyway, so I had this old piece which I pulled off the housing hose, and what I did, I cut that whole piece because that fits there, that's for sure, because I've taken it off. And what I did is, before I used the metal blade, and I slowly what I did was trimmed off. I mean, I'm doing wrong side because just I don't want to do it. So I cut this, I cut that, and I slowly trim this off. Then you can see the ring, and there's these ones. And after that, I marked with the color pen. I put that exactly where I needed, and then I marked around it. And because that hole was small, that was big, so I could mark my guide. Then I taken that off, and I used my drill. I had this sandpaper on the drill which goes around, so I did this, literally I did this, I did that. And then I use also my file, that's very handy, and I finish with the file. All that extra bits and pieces, the finishing came with the file. So now you can see it's exactly the round from inside. It's a bit tricky, you can see a little bit, see that joint. So now by putting this, I raised this by 3-4 millimeter, yeah, 3 millimeter maybe. That's not too much. The sensors too should be working. And got a screw hole to put a joint. To do that, I use the Sally's 5-minute epoxy adhesive, which we use before. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere the plastic. Yeah, I mean, I think let's see, have a look. It says plastic. Yeah. So I use this product, 5-minute epoxy, well, whatever I could find that. So I just don't want to go anything over 5 minutes. You could use anything else as well, super glue. But now it's set. If you could see it's all sealed. I put a beads here, like zigzag. Actually, the glue squashed through here. So before you put that in, make sure you have some sort of paper. You put it underneath here. So whatever excess squeezy liquid comes out, falls into that paper, and then you can pull it out, and all clean. Anyway, so I scotched it, I hold it for a few minutes. You could use a strap, few other things there are you could use. I had this can't remember where it is now. I had this thread which I did use originally, and then because it was so quick, I didn't actually need it. Just in case you want to clean up, I use mineral turpentine for this, because I read it, and that was because while I was doing it, I touched here and there, I didn't want it to. So that's the best, but do not put it somewhere where you want bonding to happen, because it will break the bond. Anyway, so that's now done. I'm pretty sure I will leave it here for long, for today at least, to dry it off. No rush. And see, that's how I fixed the issue. The easier way, because now I had this paper and wasn't able to return it, I fixed it this way. I wonder if there's any mechanic who can actually say or explain if that would affect the functionality of this air filter sensor. or it is okay. Okay, alright, that's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna go clean. Well, I'll show you the rest part of this installation. See you, man. Alright, that's the attachment for the air filter box going to the engine, going to the turbo. That's gonna be like this. Okay, and I have attached the sensor and everything, and that's a bit of modification, you know, I did. And so we're gonna follow the way. I'm gonna degrease it with your WD-40. You can use anything else, just, you know, a little bit of easiness, a little easier when you have some sort of grease on, you know, you just can just ram it on, and the next is all clean. Okay. So I don't know if you could, I think you could see. Before I do anything, I'm gonna connect all these connectors. That's the air filter sensor, because well, it will be tricky. Ready? You do it now. Safest, easiest way. Come on. Everything is open. Yeah, more easier, more practical. Now you can slide that just to follow the track, the whole thing, you know. Gonna stick it there. Not really that easy, but it's not gonna get up. Just feel for it. It should fall in the place. Okay, let me just go around. Oh yeah, there is an issue. So you can see where I'm coming. Here. Okay, here we got the box up, sensor is in, all the attachments done. I just need to put a bolt here, bolt there, and 2 bolts up there. That'll be alright. And you see the snug, nice joint, and I'm just gonna tighten that as well. That's pretty much it. Okay. Okay, remember when I told you need a long attachment? So that's the way. You know, that's the proper way now. You put that on, make sure it's just enough, you know. Not too much, it's gonna squash the. That's it. Leave it there. It's not going anywhere anyway. Done.